got Pookie in the background.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Vine Panther Presents. Today, we shall be saying goodbye to BMF season 2 with episode 10. Yes, my question is, how did Lamar go from Omar in The Wire to Pookie in New Jack City? Damn it. But he's still alive, isn't he? So how do we get there? That's what we're going to be discussing. Jamani, what did you think of the conclusion of season 2?
It was all over the place. Oh, you mentioned The Wire. Oh, RIP to the Lance, the lieutenant. He just died yesterday.
Yes.
Redrick, right?
Yeah. I think he made chief of police, actually, when it was all said and done.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jamani, please.
This was, with a lot of these shows, we always talk about how are they going to conclude it in that last episode. And I'm like, it was like they just threw everything at this last episode. I was like, you could have spaced this out throughout the season. Like, why did everything just collide?
Collide in one episode. Yeah.
And I'm like, I thought when he left, when Meech left to go to Atlanta, I thought, credits, this is it. No, they said next season on BMF, and it was like a whole other 8 minutes, and it was just like boom, boom, boom. See, like we just got a whole other first episode of season 3 in the last 8 minutes. I was like, why? We just. I've no idea.
We already know it got renewed for a season 3. They just want you to know that Atlanta's gonna be his whole other thing. So Meech is dealing with his shit, fucking Terry's dealing with his shit, and they're like, we want you to know you got something to come back.
But Monique is not gonna be around. We're solidifying that she will not be in season 3.
Yes.
By all means necessary, and we're killing off a character you've only known for one episode prior.
That's right. Just
two characters. The girl with AIDS and Carl Winslow looking dude.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
what the?
He can shoot him 3 times, right? But no, the kill shot, because Meech is such a gentleman and doesn't want people disrespecting women. Right. But he won't take the kill shot. He will let the woman. That body will be.
I'll wait for Monique. I'll wait for Monique to be like, actually about to shoot, just like with a life.
The reading? You want to be like I was like, I was waiting for it wasn't. I think it was correct. What do you said? Hey, you noticed that neither one of them kill anyone. That neither Meech nor Terry will kill anyone. And I was like, this scene perfectly proves our point. To be like, he shot him in self-defense. But it was Monique that gave that kill shot. To be like, I just happened to be here. I was just trying to defend myself, right?
I'm like, at least the family drama, like I'm never gonna say that the family drama was worth it, but at least it made sense in this episode. Right, because I love the Terry's 2 girls going at it. I like the little fake attempt at the family dinner that backfired on Charles. That was entertaining, as opposed to all of the BS that we got that led up to it. Yeah, this actually was very much entertaining. It seemed very real life and what people would say in these moments. And I'm like, your relationship is on the skids when you got to start quoting the Bible to try to get back in. Yeah. I'm like,
Chris, after he gets done, you say something. I gotta go help.
Right. I'm like, anytime you gotta, hey man, I talk to a reverend or a pastor, and he's gonna try to help us. The relationship is there's basically almost no saving it at that point. We all knew that what was gonna happen with little Kev. I'm like, I guess the way time everything happened off camera, but I
was like, the whole time I was like, it's like, you know what, this kid right here is really studying his dad putting that gun in that new safe. I was like, that is not done by accident, and the kid is being bullied. I wonder where this is going to go. You know what I mean? So, my bad. What's up?
I'm like, just the whole, I'm gonna arrange, to threaten Bryant or whatever. And that's the exact moment when it happens. That was too much of a plot convenience. And then Janice comes in, plot convenience. Yeah, I heard this over the scanner about little Kev. Like,
right.
Like, you need to have spread this.
And apparently now,
if you're gonna bait us by saying he's looking at the safe, you had enough time to plan all this stuff out instead of having it all blockaded into coincidences within like 5 minutes in the episode.
Yeah. How about the fact that apparently Kevin is not able to just kill the bully, but he was able to kill Kato and the other homie that we saw in the first season. How about that? So because people apparently can't just steal guns, right? People don't steal guns, not even in like Detroit apparently. So that means if I have a gun that maybe was dated from 18 whatever. Congratulations, Chris. You just killed Jesse James. You killed Jesse James. I'm like, I killed Jesse James? Say, yeah, you got the gun that killed Jesse James. So therefore it's in your hands. You killed Jesse James. Like,
no, I understand that to a certain degree, but I'm saying if I was Bryant, I would, in real life, if this really happened, right? It would have been shut your mouth, right? I'm your parent, right? We get in there with a lawyer. You found the gun on the street. You didn't get it out of my safe. You found the gun on the street, and that's what happened. We're gonna go for self-defense.
Yeah,
I'm not putting myself in it. Why would you?
But your partner, though, but then you got to worry about your partner already knowing about that. See what I'm saying? The partner knows a lot.
How much does she know? Because she doesn't. She suspects, but she doesn't. There's no proof that it has to come out of Kev's mouth. I got the gun out of the safe.
But now he has to get his freshman-year-old son to lie for him, but where he got the gun, and that's not going to hold up. I mean, you ask him a few questions, it's going to fall apart. Like I got it from daddy. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, and once they test the gun, like you said, it already got traced back to 2 other murders, and he was the cop on that case. Like, he's fucked. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, it's like he needs to get ahead of it. He needs to get ahead of it and be like, what can I do to make sure my son doesn't go to jail for the rest of his life? Like that's where he needs to be right now. I mean, why they sent the whole SWAT team after him? Like he had an M16 and he was holding a school hostage. I'm trying to figure out. I'm
saying, when you say question him, he don't have to answer any questions. He's a minor. The lawyer talks for him. Like
if he gets a lawyer, but he's a kid, he's gonna start talking. Like, I mean, you didn't see any lawyer. So like that's another thing. I mean, I hear you, but this cop, one, he got his own shit he has to deal with. So now he has to go find a lawyer to tell his son to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Where's mama? Fuck all this. Where's mama? He was living with his mother. Why didn't the mother show up?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have custody of his son at this point. Where is the mama who should be beating the shit out of Bryant to be like, you did this to him. Why didn't you protect him? All that shit. Like, mama should have been introduced in this episode.
No joke. This is probably the one time I actually, even though he's a piece of shit, I actually kind of did feel bad for Bryant in this episode, especially the scene where he gives his son, like, I guess his books and whatnot and all the shit. And he's sitting there, I was like, damn, am I actually feeling sympathetic for Bryant? Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you feel sympathetic for the kid, but then you see him like say, yeah, we're gonna get you out of here. And you just see on his face like, damn, like I won't be able to get my kid out of here, not anytime soon, at least, you know.
But the thing is, said bully didn't even mention, I'm whooping your ass because you sent some big motherfucker to whoop my ass. Like, this never got brought up again. Like, hey, hey, I can't believe you. Like, I mean, like, what happened to that? B. Mickey whooped that kid's ass. So somewhere in this conversation, it needs to be.
It would, but that wasn't. But you're assuming that this was the first fight that bully had with him since the B. Mickey beating, but it wasn't, because remember, off camera, like we already heard through Kevin that I'm still being bullied in school. So if like the B. Mickey thing just did not, I mean, it slowed it down at first, but it didn't end it. You know what I mean? We just didn't see it, but you know, he just described what happened off camera.
All right.
What I was getting from the interaction was that he was putting that home invasion on the kid, and the kid is like, "You're fucking crazy," and now I'm gonna beat your ass for saying this crazy shit to me. And that's what seemed to be the thing. It was like I was leaving you alone, and now you putting some bullshit on me. Now I gotta start back fucking with you. So that's
well, no, he was fucking with him before that. He like Kevin just added that on to the conversation. I mean, he was already fucking with him with the photos and everything, and his boyfriend, whatever, just ran off. I was kind of disappointed he didn't try to help out. But I thought he was gonna be there for him. Lucille was a part of the reason why Terry and Markeisha got with Markeisha because she told LaWanda to leave, which is true. Terry Jr. last year, and to get Terry out the game, Lucille pushed Terry into Markeisha's arm. Let's not go that far. She did interfere with the relationship, but I mean, he saw a much beautiful, much older woman and said, "This is where I want to be." And I think I think most of us in that situation would have said the same thing. I mean, this woman was fine. I mean, she got 2 kids though. My thing is, all of a sudden, Terry's like, "Hello, kids. I'm gonna buy you a house and make us a family." I'm like, "You got your own 2 kids who are still living with their mama." And,
I'm gonna tell you this.
Her mama.
Realistically, that I don't know. Actually, I got to push back on that. I don't know if that is realistic at all. Right. So you got 1 kid, right? You got 1 kid, and someone that you already know loves you, and then yeah, fine. You got someone that like might look like maybe. Yeah, I mean, I know this. I can't blame casting, but like 5 times better. Let's just say she's 5 times better looking than your own girl, and maybe she's a little bit older, and she got 2 kids that ain't even yours. You know what I mean? And the only time this girl even hollers at you or calls you up is when something bad is happening to her, or when Boom is beating her up or whatnot. I'm sorry, I'm gonna hit it and quit it, but yeah. I ain't going to be white. Like, who? Realistically, would you really wife something? No, like I would wife.
That's not. No.
Well, we already know he will.
I'm saying, well, one.
Like the dude when we saw the flash forward, that motherfucker had a picture of her. Like a
real story, and even the woman said that. Like the woman that this character is based on, she said she ain't happy with how they're portraying her. So like,
oh really? Oh, see, I didn't hear that.
Oh part. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, she's not okay with this. Like, this is not how it really went down. And she said that. She said that a few times. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. Damn. Okay. So 50 Cent's just doing some crazy shit, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, yeah, she's not. She said she just. Obviously, you're basing this character on me. Markeisha's not a real person. Like, name and everything. Like, she's not a real person. Like, she's a representation of the woman that Terry ends up with.
Right.
So and she.
So does that mean that? I mean, are you basically saying that Lala could die, baby?
No, because she is based on this one person. They do stay together. So like who she
and she's on the phone with her on the phone with him when he gets arrested.
Yeah,
I can. You know what? I can understand how the real life person can be pissed because she does not. Lala's character is not. She doesn't look good in this at all. I mean, I don't mean like physically look good. I mean, she looks like a heartless bitch who like literally talks out of 2 sides of her mouth and shit like that. And
is that a byproduct of them not having
a homebreaker, like a housebreaker, huh?
Is that a byproduct of them not having access to Boone in the show? Like, if he can't film, then we got to do something with, the Marquis.
But the love interest?
No.
You get it.
No, because
because to your point, that's why they could have used that other homie. Was it DC Young Fly who played his secondhand man or whatever?
Yeah,
we saw that winds up shooting, which I thought was very convenient. Like, ooh, right before it goes to black, let's show him pulling the strap out at Terry. I wonder if Terry's going to be alive or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he shoots him in the same eye, and then so it does nothing to him. He's like, damn. That's like, God damn. So now
Marquis is completely fine. He's shooting point blank at 2 people stationary, and can't hit either one of them. Like they're both going to be all right.
Now gun jammed. They want you to forget that we did hear a pow when it went to black. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. They're going to want you to forget that we heard a, and this time it's like, oh fuck, just jam.
And the windows exploded. The window, the window behind Markeisha exploded. So it did, like, the shots were fired.
So you can't shoot worth shit. So it just hit the back window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes the scenes in the show feel like a soap opera. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I was like, the only scene that I wanted Lucille in, and I appreciate it, and I don't know if you covered this, I'm sorry, is when she confronted Markeisha at the hair show. When she was like, your old ass don't need to be messing with my son. Like, that was perfect. Like, that's why I
wanted to see
Mama. Huh?
Yeah.
Long in the tooth. She said he's smarter than most men, and I'm sure you had a lot of them. I mean, she was nailing this bitch. I was like, I was like, that's Mama Bear doing what she's supposed to be doing. Like, I love
the dinner when she was talking about the fish,
she spit on Charles like she should have. Like, also, did she live in her best life, getting her hair done and new clothes and shit? I'm like,
was that time jump
on all Nicole's credit?
Did anyone? He said Nicole. Yo, she won't be able to get away with paying for anything now forever because of that whole credit card thing. No,
bro.
But I'm wondering, was that a time jump we saw? Because she was wearing this little thing, and Charles like looking like they haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah.
What is that?
It gives you the feeling that it's a time jump. I agree with you because she looks totally different, right? Like like, so they're not doing a good job of showing how much time is spanned between them. Between Terry being like Meech being like, I gotta go, and then they prep to go. Like they didn't do it. It looks like a time jump. I agree with you.
Yeah,
but they didn't explain it. How is it again? We spend more time on Lamar's grief out of murdering Monique than we do into the kids who are now have no mother and will not have a father because said father has moved to Atlanta and he's not the father of that older kid. Once again, we don't know who Zoe's real dad is.
Wait, the first scene of the episode, he says, I don't know her. That's your baby's mother.
But crazy. I don't understand how Brian couldn't be like, wait a minute, that's one of your kids. But anyway, he's leaving. His first baby mama is not at the going away party. Neither one of his kids are at the going away party. He doesn't stop by to see any of these three people. And then both of them are standing outside their mama's broke ass house talking about how they came up, how they didn't have shit. They were sharing milk. Now look at them. Look at your mama who's still living in this fucked up house. And your sister who is still living in this fucked up house. I don't understand.
But they bought their dad a guitar instead of a bookshelf.
Instead of a place to live, because he's fucking homeless. I mean, if they're getting a divorce, Charles is leaving. So he's homeless right now and jobless because we've never seen him go to work or work in any way, shape, or form. At least we know Lucille still works at Wendy's. And I'm like,
so is the limo service is still out again still? Or wait, did Terry bring that back?
Terry sold that off camera.
That's right.
Terry sold all that. So he has no job.
Yeah. And that car wash is a wrap because
it's a crime scene now, so you can't use that. All the drug stuff happened off camera. They got their 500 keys off camera, right? They're using the beauty shop to clean the money off camera, like, and we're still dealing with family drama on camera. Like, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Where's the drug deal and stuff? The scene of Lamar versus Lamar, but it turned out it was Alvin sitting in the chair the whole time was crazy. Like, I was like, that was I
thought maybe Alvin wasn't even there either. I was like, is Alvin not there? Really? Like, I was kind of confused with that.
Me too, because he got up and swung. Like, when Alvin got up, because my fucking big ass cousins get up like he's about to hit me, I'm not just gonna sit there and be like, wow, he's really losing his shit right now.
Yeah. I'm really pissed. I'm really pissed at Meech with the whole not taking out Lamar. And I knew I'm sorry. I mean, I'm making this prediction now. Lamar will be in the next season.
Of course.
And I think it's going to be hilarious how they're going to do it. It's just going to be like, we're going to see like a random AA thing. And then like people are going around saying like, yeah, it's been, you see a couple white people where it's like, yeah, it's been 45 days since I've been an alcoholic. And then all of a sudden the lead lady, the lead therapist lady, whatever, is like, I want to give out actually a special announcement. I have a 120-day coin here for one person who's did a great job staying sober. Please give it up to Lamar. And then camera turns around, the music, this eerie music starts with Lamar. Lamar's like, and everyone's like, yeah, Lamar. And he's like, thank you. He's like, I'm ready to give back into the community and give back what I've learned. And then first order of business, where the fuck are the Flannery? I'm telling you, dude. This is, I mean, I know they want us to be like, yo, he's cracked out. He's not a threat no more, bro.
Yeah.
Wanda came back.
Like crackheads never killed anyone. Like crackheads never killed anyone. Like, I'm like, he's probably
crackheads do, but I will say, if Lamar wasn't immortal, I would say that this was a good idea in the sense of crackheads have more things to worry about. Well, not because they're like, yo, I'm just trying to find money for my next hit. Like that's really their focus, right? They can hate people all they want, but before, like, let's just say you're the number one enemy, before even their number one enemy, they want to hit. Like this is why like people give up their kids and stuff like that. Like, oh, I love my kids, but I love that rock. It's like it's
I hear
so
you, but to your point,
yeah.
if
But this guy's immortal. And
if he wasn't immortal and this wasn't propaganda to show that Terry and Meech weren't killers, like Meech would have killed him. Like, period.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, but they're like, we have to. No, this show is supposed to be like my dad.
Yeah, like you said, like you guys said, Meech. They don't want to show Meech killing anyone.
Right.
God damn it.
Meech and Goldie reminded me.
He was more sad about B. Mickey not being in family anymore than Monique being
Monique. That's right. That's right. He was.
He was more hurt. You're right.
Also, B. Mickey still being alive is propaganda because they would have murdered that dude. Like, I mean, any other show he would have been dead. Like, and that would have been wrapped up. But they like, we can't show him killing anyone. But I felt like Meech being there with Goldie as she killed her sister kind of reminded me of Tariq and Monet. Like that kind of like being there for Zeke or something. I felt like they're trying to make Meech that dude that go to that everyone cares, that he's there for everyone in his heart except for his kids. Also, Terry says to Charles, I want to make sure you're in my kid's life. Motherfucker, you're not in your kid's life. Like you about to raise two other kids that ain't yours and then get a house with 4 bedrooms. I'm like, you haven't even met those other kids. I mean, like, or once she's still pregnant with the second one, he hasn't met his one child. I'm like, this don't make any sense. Saying that B. Mickey should team up and be Terry's opposition in season 3. Yeah. All right. What happened to the white woman who got locked up? She somehow, they want us to believe, is completely okay with going to jail for Terry and crew because they still have not made any payments to her son who's in college. That still never got addressed.
We were all wrong about Jen. She's still alive.
Who?
About what?
Jen, she's still alive.
Jen.
Oh yeah, Detective Jen.
Oh, her.
Yeah. So you're right. Maybe she'll just be. Leslie Jones.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't have her dying. I mean, I didn't have her.
No, not Leslie Jones. I'm talking about Bryant's.
No, I'm acknowledging to care. Like to your point, Jen is still alive, even though the actress is going to be on.
Oh no. I didn't see her dying. I saw her transferring. But I don't see her. I didn't see her getting killed. Even though there was a scene where like they show Bryant like at the back of the ambulance truck or something like in one of the episodes, and some people did think like, oh, there she is. That's Veronica. That's his partner. And I was just like, I don't know. I think she's going to leave. You know what I mean? Like, she's another woman of color. I don't know if they're just necessarily just kill her off like that. I really went down that route. I was like, that might not be the best strategy.
Best look for this show.
Yeah. The first Asian Pacific woman of a BMF, and you're just going to just kill her. I was like, dang.
I'm like, if Brian's not a cop anymore, or obviously he can't be at the same level he's at now. There's no more cops there's no more cops and robber element to the show anymore.
Yeah. Oh, there always is. They'll always introduce like a Rosie Perez. They'll find a Rosie Perez or something. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Like, especially now that Meech is in Atlanta. I mean, once he gets that shit started and he starts putting billboards up and shit, I mean, then it's gonna be a whole new level.
Oh yeah, and this is gonna turn into Godfather of Harlem, but Godfather of Atlanta, because it's this whole he's connected to the biggest mafia and all of this stuff or whatever, and it's just setting up. It was just this whole thing was just, we're setting up a big backstory for why all of this stuff just comes into play next season, why the Italian mob is gonna want to kill you and all this other type of stuff in Atlanta.
Oh, got it. I was like, what the fuck are you? Okay, I got done. When Goldie says, hey, you take care of my strip clubs, because I gotta go out of town because
she was like, yeah, if they find out that, because he's the biggest earner, if they find out anything.
Yeah. All right, so we got that coming. That's good. That's a good point. Meech should have had Sterling kill Big Mickey or Lamar. Oh, me should have had Sterling Black kill Big Mickey or Lamar. But then he still will be seen as a quote unquote killer. What happened to getting revenge for Ty dying last episode and justifying Young Miami's bad acting? Like, what happened to I need you to get revenge for whoever killed my husband? And that just
that's why he's back in Atlanta to settle some bit. I don't know. That's a good question.
I was like, yeah. We had a whole silly scene about this that went absolutely nowhere.
I was about to say, like, I mean, I either that or that was just their excuse of having Young Miami in the episode. That was like Diddy's pushing his way through, like, you put my girl in this. You know? Next season, my son. Like, you know, all this shit. You know what I mean? It was like,
Diddy be in next season? Like, I want to see that.
I mean, well, hell, we had his stepson and the what do you call it? Raising Canaan. So you know, little Quincy, little Quincy. You know, I'll be Shore's kid.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We asked them to move to Atlanta, and they are right. So they started this.
Are we sure though? This time?
Well, again, as Jamani pointed out, the fact that not only is Big Meech in Atlanta, but then they're already setting up his Italian, you know, enemy, right? Like they already got that worked out now. So now you have a solid storyline for him. You got a solid storyline for Terry, which is why he can't leave. But Mama's still gonna be there. I mean, Lucille's gonna be still dealing with Charles and shit. She still got to raise Nicole and some silly shit. So I mean, I'm just hoping that Terry.
What was that thing for Nicole? Was that like a hat? What is it called? A hat festival or something?
Oh, Hair Wars.
Hair Awards? Hair Awards?
Hair Wars, like Star Wars. Hair Wars.
Okay.
You from Detroit? I thought don't you have family from there?
I do.
Yeah.
Never heard no Hair Wars.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, but it may seem like it was historical. Like
I don't know. Maybe it was big back then or for the girl. I don't know. I just never personally heard of it. I thought it was Hair Awards at first. I thought it said Hair Awards. No, like who got the best perm? You know what I mean? I feel like if Jerome was in the show, Jerome would win every freaking category. So, you know, yeah.
I didn't know where any of that was going. I guess they just wanted to see where LaWanda faced off with Markeisha, who was like, "Bitch, you trying to be a hairstyle just like me?" I'm like, "What kind of cat fight silly shit is this?"
Talk about speaking of which, that dinner scene where like she's like Lucille just lets it all out on the table with Charles. I'm like, bruh.
You know how desperate Charles had to be that he had to invite Meech to come to dinner, and then was like, "Meech, you can give the blessing," because this is not season 1 Charles, who was like, you ain't shit.
Yeah, even that cookout. Like, I'm like, why is this being extra nice to Meech?
Right.
This is not this ain't no Vin Diesel movie. What the hell is this?
It's a Raw family. We're all family. I was like, again, where are your grandchildren, bro? Like your grandkids ain't growing up without a daddy. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, and a mama. You know, I was like, I don't know what's happening.
It wasn't until like 50 minutes into the episode, right before he was going to see Lamar, he mentioned Monique was the mother of one of my children. I was like, am I, is it just me? Because it was like he said he didn't know her.
Yeah.
Am I imagining that the second child, that there was a second child and it was his? I was like, because he just, I don't know, like it didn't make.
Well, to your point, after they find her dead body, fucking Terry's like, "Yo, man, I know Monique is dead, and you're finally feeling kind of bad about it, but we got 500 keys coming in, bro. We got to keep this shit moving." He's like, "All right."
They're like that with every murder. Anytime like one of their homeboys gets murdered, like, "Yo, this is horrible, man." Anyway, what's going on, Brian? You got any more intel on Brian? I'm like, bruh, no. Like, no.
Let's focus on the dead body right here.
Like,
right
here.
Here. Like,
your homie just died. What?
Are we organizing
I can understand a homie, but I'm saying like your kid's mother. Like
that's bad. That's bad. Like well, you're not organizing a funeral, you're not organizing a repast or something.
There was a going away party. Nothing for Monique.
That's right. No pouring out one for the girl who just had your baby, none of that shit. And then first baby mama finally learn about the second baby mama to be like, you had a baby with this bitch? Oh yeah. And don't.
And then I heard some stripper in Atlanta saying that she somehow got pregnant. Like there was a hole in the condom or something. Like shit.
Like about that. About that. Like damn, I was like, none of this comes up. Charles is rebuilding his relationship with Meech, then joined BMF in season 4. Maybe that's where they're going with that. Maybe Charles finally gets on board.
Charles joining
actually joins the crew. But then I mean, Kim said the whole family gets on board eventually. Sister, mother, I mean, everybody is on.
Okay, what does that mean by on board? On board in the sense like you just take the money? Okay, because when I hear on board could just mean something as simple as that. Meaning like, oh, you give me money when I need rent and I don't ask questions. That could be seen as on board, opposed to just, oh, I'm joining your crew too.
Yeah, I hear you.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know.
Or they're, the front guy for like legitimate businesses, knowing that.
Or that.
Money's being
open up more credit cards and other people's names.
More credit like that never got addressed. Never got addressed. But again, the beauty shop, the food trucks, Blockbuster, like none of these fronts of cleaning money and working the drug operation ever got brought up or seen again. Random ass exotic woman that we saw like 4 episodes ago finally comes back to be a snitch against K9. I almost forgot who she was.
Oh, Peaches.
Yeah, Peaches.
Peaches, yep. Yeah.
I was like, I almost forgot who she was. If K9 got arrested in LA by the feds, what is he doing in Detroit?
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, that's right. Because Boone got arrested later. And then again, as I was saying, Leslie Jones got taken off camera. Not that we were wanting to see her, but somehow she got replaced by some random ass dude. So how does she hook up with Bryant 20 years from now to arrest Terry? Like how does that even happen? Because it looked like it ain't looking good for Bryant. So I don't know what happened to the cocaine. Did they ever figure out that Bryant stole that cocaine from property?
No.
And what happened to those bricks? That never turned out to be anything. Damn it! It's you're like what? Like I was like that was supposed to be a thing, and then it just wasn't. Jen is gonna.
I'm like that could have been something they could have brought up when they were blackmailing him. Like, yeah, we got your bricks.
Yes.
But no, it was just.
You remember the guy who could have been a witness? But wouldn't that guy tie B. Mickey to that murder? Bryant took that dude and gave him to B. Mickey and Meech. So if Bryant goes down, they go down. Like he didn't kill the dude, they did. So I'm like, why would you bring a witness that ties us all to a murder? Like that's stupid. Also, I'm pretty sure his son has an alibi for Kato's murder. And J-Mo's murder.
Yeah. That's what we were just talking about. I guess when you had to walk out for a second, just saying, I don't know how they're going to be able to accurately talk about him like shooting Kato when maybe he was in school, like you know what I mean, or like you know what I mean, shit like that, or when he was studying for the tests. You know what I mean, like it's just. I just don't understand. Like, how do you not think that people don't just steal guns? Like, it happens all the time. Like, matter of fact, a lot, like even when you hear about like criminal acts and whatnot, a lot of times it happens about like when you get those guns. A lot of guns are like essentially like stolen or like illegally purchased or whatever. It's been through multiple hands. Yeah, I did not know that these guys did not showcase this, especially in the city of Detroit, like that. But whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They're going to just hopefully have us just have it where he's just going to be in jail until he's like an adult or some shit like that, which could possibly happen maybe.
But he will be abused. He hasn't seen bullying yet. I mean, that's that little.
Maybe he can run into Eugene and they can be cool. Oh, that's right. Oh no, that's right. Eugene is. Never mind. I don't know if y'all saw the new. Never mind. Anyway.
That's 20 plus years into the future.
I'll put it to you this way. We're talking in 2023 logic, and I've heard so many wrongful conviction stories about people being in whole other states and having alibis and stuff, and them still being convicted falsely for crimes in the 80s and 90s and DNA evidence and all that type of stuff before it was able to be widely used and stuff. So he would have to swallow those charges under certain circumstances. So I wouldn't put it past it for him to be charged, for it to be in the newspaper, and for him to be charged with those bodies. Like it
but to your point of time,
a totally different time.
I mean, so to Chris's point of time jump, the fact that the next scene we see is a newspaper article that a freshman has been charged with 3 fucking murders. I'm like,
yeah.
Some time has passed. What is happening? And
2 of the murders were like drug related. Like, so I'm thinking okay, we're really going to believe that this kid who draws pictures of superheroes is related to.
Wait. Kato's murder would happen at the same time that fucking Lamar was shot. So now you want us to believe that Meech and fucking Kevin were out there in public shooting both of these people. Like J-Mo was body was found in the river. So this freshman killed a grown ass man and then pushed his body into the fucking Detroit River. Then went to a then he and drug dealers murdered Kato as Lamar was being shot. Yeah. Stop it.
Well, you know what they're going to use, just like Eugene, they're going to use his pictures against him. I'm like, who is this character here? What's his name? Bruiser. And what does he do? I'm assuming he hurts people, doesn't he? He's like, yeah, only those who do wrong. Oh, interesting. So Kato's rap sheet. Kato is a drug dealer or whatnot. So someone who does wrong like her, it's like, well, she did wrong. Yeah. So a bruiser would probably take someone like Kato down, correct? Hey. I don't know. Answer the question. Yes or no, sir?
Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, and then boom, there's your connection.
But also, you got to think about you have your father who's a detective. You can have access to maybe his files or something like that. You have in-house police protection. And if you're in some sort of gang, as BMF is, if you're a baby gangster, they will have little kids doing their crimes because they know that you're not going to get charged as an adult. So it would be logical to say maybe they had you putting in that work, actually, pulling the trigger and stuff.
Crazy.
Right. But to be honest though, but with Brian, I feel like in Brian's case, when it comes to his kid, I think he loves his kid so much that I think he would eat the charges for his son,
could,
if he could, I mean, you're right. Like you see it all the time when they're like, hey, little nigga, you take on the charge or whatever. They won't even give you like a year. They give me like 20. You know what I mean? But they're going to give you like maybe couple months, and and I'll make sure that your family's good. You know what I mean? But nah, man, when it's your own kid, that's a little different. That's when like all of a sudden like you would do whatever you could.
No, I'm not saying anything about Brian. I'm just saying what the prosecutor would case would be.
Yeah. I see. I don't think any of this is going to be brought up next season. All this shit.
I know, right? We're just bringing it up like it's like you want to show this. Yeah. Hey, no. But however, if it was on, you want to say it?
It'd be one episode. Damn it, The Last of Us. But I mean, like he would. But anyway, we gotta wrap this up because the crew is coming back for Snowfall. Jamani, anything else for BMF?
I don't like what type of medical science was that whole scene with Monique and her sister? I'm like, where do you like? There's no medical professional there. There was no DNR, anything. Like she can just press the button and just like. Usually when somebody's on life support, they have like a breathing tube or something. It was just she's talking and lucid. If I press this button, she just dies.
That is so true. That's a good point. Anytime you can't just hit a button for someone who's able to have full-blown conversation. You can't. Damn it, Jamani. I did not even think about that shit.
She was on oxygen at best. And
then my thing is like this is Atlanta, right? So they're which means they're right by the water. Like, yo, hurricane season hits and the power hits what she did. She like the power, they lose power.
I was like, she's like, we gotta go. I was like, do you have a U-Haul truck that's gonna back all this equipment up into there? No. I was like, how are you? How is she?
That's a good point. Anyway. Damn it, Jamani. Damn it, that's gonna fuck me up now. Holy shit! You having full blown conversations. Matter of fact, hold on. She wasn't even had the tubes down. Remember when she got out the bed and she and Meech saw her?
Yeah.
There's no tubes on her at that point.
No.
Right?
Oh.
So now she what the fuck?
She was
so
on.
confused.
She was an oxygen. That's assisted. She had oxygen at best. So at best they cut off her oxygen, but that's not going to murder you immediately. Like they made it seem like her chest was like being compressed. Like she said she was brain dead and the thing was breathing for her. and no, that's
it would have
not
made
what
more
was
sense if
happening.
like Monique took like a pillow and be like, I'm
And
ready, baby. And
smothered.
yeah, that would have made more sense.
That's
that would have made
different.
more. Yep. Yeah.
But stop it. I thought we were talking about. Yeah, that was ridiculous, bro. Like that's not how this works. And then you're leaving Meech to clean up the body or some shit. She's gonna take over the house. Like how? What's the next steps? Like is she gonna be like?
Yeah. And then you gotta be careful too, because especially you talking about then, like late 80s, they still didn't know everything about AIDS. So some people were even afraid, like, oh, if I touch somebody who had AIDS, like
I might
you know
have
what I mean?
AIDS. That's right.
Like, so if I'm Meech, you be like, I ain't touching that body.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. We are into the heavy homophobic AIDS is everywhere fucking scare. Like he would have been like, I want nothing to do with this situation. Also, did she tell him she's dying of AIDS? Did she?
No, she did. She did last episode.
All right, so even more reason I would have been like, nah, like this is your situation, girl. Like, how do I know you ain't got AIDS? It could be genetic. Like they don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, also the fake blood popping up on Boy's body when they were shooting him was hilarious. I'm like, damn it. I was like, this is CGI.
Oh, on the big homie.
On Big Boy. He was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And he went by himself. He came in by himself. He thought, this is going to end very well. Let me come with one shotgun.
I got flashbacks of South Central. That he came in with that shotgun. I was like, I thought he was gonna blow somebody's back out, like he did that little kid in South Central.
Oh, I see it. Chris, anything else?
Okay, so that was a finale. I really truly, at least for season 3, I feel like we're going to probably do another video in the future as far as season 3 predictions. But I guess I'll say is now I am hoping that in season 3 that we will get actually Meech kind of staying in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Not just be there for an episode, but him staying there. Obviously, we want to see. It'll be great to see like him get into the music industry and all this other stuff. I love the part that I guess because now that Lucille and Charles are now I guess I'm assuming they're divorced now since there was a time jump. So who knows? But hopefully they don't keep doing that family shit. You know what I mean? It does bring a little different dynamic now that Charles is kind of a single. So we don't have him doing some annoying shit like you better make sure you respect your mama. I'm paying the bills in the house. Like, luckily we won't have to deal with that anymore. So yeah, and Lamar is still gonna be the villain because of Lamar. That's pretty much it. I just again, the biggest thing is I just hope that he just kind of stays in Atlanta and maybe if he has to go back to Detroit, like it'll just be like barely an episode. But for the most part, stay in ATL, do your thing, do what BMF was supposed to do, And that's it. So,
all right, guys. As Chris pointed out, as season 3 gets closer next year, we will do a video for that. I think Nicole will narrate season 3. That makes sense. The two brothers got to do season 1 and 2. It would be interesting to hear Nicole's perspective on season 3. And as she gets older, hopefully, again, there should be a time jump. And at some point, these actors are going to have to change because they should.
No, I'm saying, they use them in the flash forwards, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So no. Meech is a whole different actor. I can't remember Terry, but those are an adult Meech in the first season when he got arrested, and I don't think that was the same Terry. I don't think.
So Nicole should be traveling back and forth, and that's how we see them.
And that's how we see it. We see it through her eyes as she goes back and forth. So that'd be interesting.
That wouldn't work though. Even though I like the concept, but the thing's called BMF. She ain't really BMF. Like if you make her narrate, then it'll just be more of Wonder Years.
Well, I'm saying in the sense that I know that one of her boyfriends ended up being a big part of BMF as far as like on the distribution side. So if we do have the time jump and she, like it happened when she was like 16 years old. So if she's like 16 years old next season and her boyfriend comes in and becomes close with the family and starts setting up the distribution and stuff, then that it would play integral to what's going on in the show.
Apparently, the real Nicole was at the going away party. Apparently. So SJ Smith said that, Miss Sharon, at the going away party. Yeah, SJ said that. I did not know that. I did not know she was at the party. But
style.
So that's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna get to Snowfall. So everyone, thank you very much for hanging out with us for BMF.